everybody. Welcome to Yamen's Take on Things. Today we're on a segment of Pajama Party and we have a very special guest with us, Rosa Sparkz. So Rosa Sparkz is a blogger. Actually, she's a teenage lifestyle blogger, everything that has to do with education, enlightenment, religion, basically just trying to be a light in this world for teenagers. So hi Rosa Sparkz, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, man.
Thanks for being here. So today we're talking about a very, very important topic, which has been a real problem even before it became a social media thing. And so I read your article on your blog, and I just said I had to have you here so that you can come and explain to us what you meant and give us more clues on how to handle this issue. So today we're talking about cyberbullying. Like I call it the new enemy. So what is cyberbullying?
Okay, so I think we're all familiar with what bullying is because it starts with bullying. So bullying is using any sort of power you have to humiliate other people or to hurt other people in any way. Now, cyberbullying is just taking it further, taking it to the cyberspace, taking it to the internet, taking it to social media. So you kind of humiliate people or hurt people because you have some form of power over them. So it might not be physical strength. When we look at traditional bullying, it's more like physical strength. So the person who is bullying you is like bigger, can beat you up and all. But these days, it could just be one tiny person behind computer screen that might not be able to face you physically, and it's just typing. But the person, of course, can type out things and you don't know who it is. So basically, anything that you do to hurt or humiliate people in the cyberspace is cyberbullying.
Okay, yes, yeah. This makes a lot of sense. But why do you think this is actually more dangerous than a traditional bullying, or what's your take? What's the comparison?
I think it's more dangerous than traditional bullying because for traditional bullying, I mean, people can see it being done. I don't think it's possible that you are being bullied and not even one person was there or close to the scene or heard you scream. Yeah. But when it comes to cyberbullying, if the victim doesn't speak out, talk about it, nobody knows that this person is being bullied. It's just happening. The person's self-esteem is rotting away. The person is suddenly going into their shell and all. And nobody knows about it if they don't speak out. So I think it's more dangerous.
Okay, so it's more like the silent killer.
Killer, yeah.
Okay, so I know this is an issue that we are all we know about on some certain level, but I just want to know, what was your inspiration for writing this particular article?
Okay, so it's actually a very funny story. When I wanted to do my project in school, my final year project, I needed to pick a topic here, and I wanted to do I didn't want to do a research. I wanted to do an experiment, but I had a supervisor who was more into research. So I was giving him topics, he was turning them down. I was giving him topics, he would suggest topics to me. I would say I don't like it. So one day I went home, I don't know, I stumbled on one movie, Cyberbullying, that's the title of the movie. I watched it and I was like, okay, this is actually something that happens. I mean, there was this girl who almost took her own life because of cyberbullying. So I looked at it and I thought that I should do something on it. So I went to meet my supervisor. I spoke to him. I told him what I wanted to do. And then he said, funny enough, he was like, okay, this is very cool. Let's work on this. Guess what? We started to research, do chapter 2, literature review. We started to research and I only found 2 articles, like just 2 papers had been written on cyberbullying that I could see on the internet. So, and I know that it's something that happens like all the time, like it happens all the time, but no one is talking about it. So I didn't understand why people weren't talking about it. So to come now to the article, I wrote the article like during coronavirus when school is online, children are online, like everything is happening in the cyberspace. I just thought that it was relevant at that period because everything is happening in cyberspace. It is very, very possible that your child is being bullied right under your nose and you don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So that was why I wrote on that.
Okay, that's really nice. But so from your story, it means like it has nothing to do with some kind of personal experience. Like you have you ever been bullied? Like
No personal experience. Like not me personally. I've never been bullied. I was either a very saucy, can't talk person, or I was always inside my house, inside my room. So you will not see me to bully me. So it was one of the two. If
but
I'm out there,
it's not
you
like you're a
can't
bully
bully
though.
me.
Are you sure that's not a bully?
I was not a bully. I was not a bully. I just will not allow you bully me. So no, for me, no personal experiences. I had friends who were bullied though because in my secondary school there was like it was mixed, like no, not mixed. It was day and boarding. How did they say that?
Okay.
Is it co-educational? It was day and boarding. So I was a day student. I mean, I wasn't too exposed to being bullied. But I
Yeah.
had friends in the hostel who were bullied. As in, my friend was bullied to the extent that father came to carry her and say she's not doing this. She should be coming from home. The house was far, but it was like she would be leaving the house early. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I have people who were bullied. Like seniors would tell them to do very ridiculous things, take their money, take their provisions, and this was traditional bullying.
Yeah.
Where the hostel mistress, people could see them. So you can now think about if it was cyberbullying, how bad it would have been.
Yeah. Like I've always had a thing against boarding school, but I feel like that's a topic for another day. Maybe we would come back here and talk about that. But I've always had this aversion to boarding school
Boarding
for
school.
some reason. But yeah, that's another topic for another day. Okay, so what makes a bully? Like we know what they do, but why do they do what they do?
So everybody has different issues in this life.
Yeah.
Same thing with the bullies, they have their own issues.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes these bullies are actually just looking for expression.
Mm.
So sometimes it's because I said the first thing I said when I started was that sometimes it's because they're powerful. So they are
Mm-hmm.
more powerful than you. They have something over you. They know that they can exert some form of power over you. But sometimes it could be that this person is just really a shy person who doesn't want to appear shy, or a very quiet person who doesn't want people to see them like that, and is just looking for other forms of expression.
Mm.
Now, I would rather be seen as the tough senior than be seen as the shy senior. So anything to make me tough, even if it means bullying my juniors.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to cyberspace, it could be that this person is just looking for attention. I mean, it could be someone that does not you have no business bullying people. So you could just be looking for attention. And that's why if someone is being bullied, the first thing is don't give the bully attention, because that's the number one thing they are looking for. If they see that you are not giving them attention, they will move on.
Move on. Yeah.
So it might just be someone looking for attention. I think it has to do with like personal issues on the bully side. It has nothing to do with the victim. You are a victim. You are a victim. It's not because of you that someone is bullying anybody. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So this is more like a kind of research question. Like I know you finally did your research and you probably came to some conclusions. So would you say, like, would you be able to hypothesize and say that if you were bullied, there's a likelihood of you being a bully in the future?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
A little
Yes. So
bit.
when bullying is not handled properly,
Uh,
it's very possible that, see, it's the same thing everywhere, even in the place of work. I mean, if your boss treats you wrong, once you
mhm.
have that power over someone else, you want to treat that person wrong. So
True,
if
true.
not handled, like if this person does not have enough emotional intelligence to handle this thing, it's very possible that you go on to be a bully because you were bullied. If I go back to my hostel setting. That is the circle actually. That's what happens. When I was in GS1, my senior bullied me. So as I'm moving on, I'm going to bully someone else. Once, like, you just want to find. So it's possible actually. If you don't, if it's not, if it wasn't handled properly, it's very possible. Yeah.
Okay. So we know we're talking about teenagers. Your article is about teenagers, your blog is about teenagers, but we as adults, don't we face some kind of cyberbullying? Like traditional bullying, maybe not so much, but as adults, let's talk a little bit on that.
It's very true. Everybody can be cyberbullied. So when I was doing my research, I told you that I didn't really find because my research was supposed to be on students.
Okay.
I didn't really find articles, but the things that I saw the most on social media, I was talking about celebrities being bullied. Celebrities are adults. I mean, just one thing that they do that is off, and someone is in their DM saying, I will leak this picture, I will leak this video. All of that, all of those are also types of cyberbullying. Do you understand? So adults can be cyberbullied though. And in fact, some adults might not know how to handle it. It's not just teenagers that don't know how to handle it, or that it's just teenagers that can be bullied. Even adults sometimes, and you'll be surprised at how and usually when people are bullying adults, it's more towards extorting them, collecting money, and
So
you'll be surprised that they are paying. They will be blackmailed, and you'll be like, as an elderly person, I don't get it. Do you understand? But like, what advice would you give your child if it was your child? Do you understand? So adults can be cyberbullied. There is but in the cyberspace, nobody is free. Because the cyber, it does not know age. And guess what? It could be one tiny child.
Yeah, that is doing it.
That is doing it. So
it's crazy. Like I really agree with you when you say it is actually more dangerous than traditional bullying. Like if you see a child on the road and the child is trying to talk trash at you, you can just be like, "Are you serious?"
You can. Who are your parents?
Well, no, it's
you don't even know who it is.
Yeah. So coming to something more serious now, like what is the role of parents, society, teachers when it comes to this issue of cyberbullying? Are they doing enough? What are they supposed to be doing?
The first thing is people have not even realized that it's an issue. And that is why I wrote on it, because this is a big issue that can endanger a child's self-esteem. I mean, a child can go from being cheerful to just reclining into their shell, and you will not know what happened. But the society is yet to know that it's an issue. We're yet to see it as something. Maybe because people don't speak out, but we're yet to see it as something. So most times parents would ignore, most times teachers would ignore. Now, what we can do to make it better is, number one, keep talking about it. So I have written about it. Someone else talk about it. You have teenagers in your space. You have little ones in your space. You know that they're attending school online, church online, Bible study, Sunday school. Everything is online these days. And I don't think we're going to be going back to, even if we go back to physical classrooms, a lot of activities will still happen in the cyberspace. So your children are still exposed. So you need to let them know. Now, another thing is, as parents, especially Nigerian parents, our parents don't listen to us. So you need to listen to your child. I mean, your child is trying to say something. Don't just shut them down. Don't just say, if someone tells you that one, you to say your own back. Do you understand? You need to actually let them know. You need to let them know that if this happens, let me know about it. Do you understand? You need to, and then you need to continuously build your child's self-esteem. Don't be the one that is even bringing down their self-esteem to the extent that they are spending so much time on the internet looking for company, on the internet, and that is where they are being exposed. So you see, parents, teachers have a whole lot of role to play. Like when it comes to teachers, you know that school is online. You need to monitor those chat rooms that you've created. You need to know what happens in there. Don't just open it and then you go and sit down and then you're facing your personal business. You need to monitor. You need to see. You need to know when someone is saying something odd or something hurtful to another person, and you need to like nip it in the bud as the person is starting.
Yeah.
Because a bully does not start, it doesn't start in a day. I mean, I don't learn to be a bully in one day. It happens like over and over and over again. And then before you know it, I see that I can do this thing, I can lord over this person, and then I continue. So we need to like really, really monitor what children do in cyberspace. You can use parental control to, I don't know, I feel like there should be something that can be done, know the sites your children are visiting, know the kind of people that are there. If it's not educational, what are they doing there? I mean, for a child, if it's not educational, maybe entertaining, but you see, there are some things that you need to actually know.
Yes.
So you should control your child's cyberspace, what they do online, their online time. You need to actually control it as a parent. So I think that is not all we can do, but those are some of the things that we can.
So like, as parents, I am not a parent, so I really don't know how to handle kids in certain ways. And I have nieces, but it's not the same. But there might be some kind of subtle indications to tell you if your child doesn't come to you. How do you notice those signs? What are those signs that you can say, okay, something is wrong, something is not right here?
Okay, so one thing that a child will do is, if I'm being bullied somewhere, I'm going to avoid that place. So for example, take it that a child likes to attend maybe church services online, right? So I like to attend Sunday school online, and then suddenly I say, let's log in, and the child is forming, today, mommy, my stomach is paining me. So, mommy, I have a headache. Next tomorrow, what excuse or the other, the child is already avoiding that place. It might not be cyberbullying. It might be it might be some other form of harassment. It might be something is going on in there that the child doesn't like. So you want to be like, so you need to talk to the child and say, okay, I see that you've been dodging this place for a while. What is going on? Then another thing I noticed a lot about bullying victims from my secondary school experience, of course, is that once you see an active child, like a once active child, that's before you say one, the child has said three, and then the child is recoiling, the child is no longer speaking now, the child is suddenly becoming an introvert. You want to find out what's going on also, because you know your child. So when you notice things are changing in your children, you want to find out what it is. It could just be that it's bullying.
Okay, so parents, be attentive to your children. Listen to spoken and unspoken words that they're trying to tell you. So obviously, we're not going to say everything about your article. If you want to read and get more insight on cyberbullying, go to Rosa Sparkz page, and I will leave her blog page in the comment section, and also her Instagram page, so you can follow and comment on that. But before I go, I just want to say, what is the final thing that you want to say to people who are being cyberbullied? Like, what's your final note? What should, just give some kind of advice?
Number one, very, very important. Don't give anybody attention. If it is cyberspace, if you are not on that space, how can you be I mean, if someone is bullying me on Facebook, if I'm not on Facebook anymore, how do you get me? Now, if it is very, very important that I am on that social page for some reason, there is block button.
Exactly.
There is unfriend button. Like, you can actually like protect your space. So another thing is to protect your space, and very importantly, speak out. Speak out. The fact that you're not talking is what is giving this bully more power. So speak out. Tell someone about it. If your parents are not open enough, there will be an elderly person around you who would listen to you. You could be an elderly cousin, an aunt, an uncle. Someone around you would definitely listen to you. There will be someone you can open up to, basically. So just speak to someone that you trust and let someone know about it. Don't struggle alone. Don't take it in alone. You can't cope. So just talk to someone about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rosa Sparkz, for joining us today. And again, viewers, follow her Instagram, follow her blog page, read about so many topics, interesting topics for yourself. And if you have any teenagers around you, please direct them to Rosa Sparkz page. And of course, I want to know your comments in the comment section. Let us know if you have been bullied before, how you handled it, or if you even need help. in handling a cyberbully, just say something in the comment section, and I will definitely respond. Thank you once again for joining me. Bye for now.